No disrespect, baby, but you ain't shit. Yeah, I know I'm petty, bitch, but I do not care, bitch. Yeah, I know I'm petty, bitch, but I do not care, bitch. I cannot stand your ass. You get no love over here, ho. I cannot stand your ass. You get no love over here, ho. I know I'm petty, bitch, but I do not care. Big look, I hope your light bulb is blue, now you in the dark. Hope you wake up in the morning and your car don't start. I hope you feel embarrassed. Hope you get the bubble guts in your ass, got a shit while you stuck in traffic. Hope you got dirty fists. Hope your weed hits and you gotta pat your damn head every couple minutes. I hope your nail break. I hope your stomach cramping hard and your periods stay on a couple extra days. I hope your feet hard. I hope you grocery shop and you forget the pin number to your EBT card. I hope you mad, ho. Next time you get your hair dead, I pray your bang cricket in your chat show. I hope you need mercy. I hope your phone go dead in the middle of your. No disrespect, baby, but you ain't shit. Yeah, I know I'm petty, bitch, but I do not care, bitch. Yeah, I know I'm petty, bitch, but I do not care, bitch. I cannot stand your ass. You get no love over here, ho. I cannot stand your ass. You get no love over here, ho. I know I'm petty, bitch, but I do not care. Look, I hope your light bulb is blue, now you in the dark. Hope you wake up in the morning and your car don't start. I hope you feel embarrassed. Hope you get the bubble guts in your ass, got a shit while you stuck in traffic. Hope you got dirty fists. Hope your weed hits and you gotta pat your damn head every couple minutes. I hope your nail break. I hope your stomach cramping hard and your periods stay on a couple extra days. I hope your feet hard. I hope you grocery shop and you forget the pin number to your EBT card. I hope you mad, ho. Next time you get your hair dead, I pray your bang cricket in your chat show. I hope you need mercy. I hope your phone go dead in the middle of your.
Hello, beautiful people. I know it's been a minute since I went live, and my ass has been, you know, uh, uh, I've been a little late on things. I've been worrying about doing stuff and taking care of the children, and I went on a trip to New York to see family and spend time with them. So I've been a little behind on everything, and I ain't went live in like 2 or 3 weeks, and I know I need to get better at that. Uh, but I'm got to pin this link. But the thing is, that little thing's in front of it. um, but yeah, I've was gonna have a conversation with everybody. If people come on in and hit that like button, share, subscribe, all the lovely things. Um, about what we've seen on these YouTube streets. What's been going on? What do you think about, the state of the beef sector? What are your feelings on what you've seen been going around? All that good lovely stuff. So I'm hoping that everybody come on in, come out the clouds, have a little fun. Uh, but yeah, so far what I've seen, there's a lot going on. The cam situation's blowed up right now. Not gonna speak on it too much because I do support Cam, regardless. You know what I'm saying? And the way my loyalty lies, I'm not gonna throw nobody under no buses. I'm not gonna get in none of the beef sisters. I'm not gonna get in no trouble sisters. Um, but yeah, that situation's hot right now. And then the EMU and Tracy situation is very hot right now. They having their little beef back and forth and everything. And then you know, I'm trying to think of other Voodoo Badu started his own channel and I'm so proud of him. He's been doing real good with that stuff. And from one mod to another, I gotta send my love, sisters, because us mods, we get a lot of flack for being mods. Like depending on which content creator you modding for, if people know you very well, or see you around in the chats, just because you moderate somebody, you're gonna get flack. But it is what it is. I get flack all the time, but you know what? I don't care. I'm still gonna be who I am and care about who I care about. So, it is what it is. Whether people like me, hate me, indifferent, I don't care. Because my loyalty's still gonna lie the way it lies. Because that's the type of person I am. Like, I don't do that back popping and shit like that and that pussy. Hey, Candace, how you doing, Miss Candace? How you doing, beautiful? I'm just over here talking. But a lot of mods we do get. I think we do need to have a conversation one day with a lot of us mods, get together and have a panel together and say what we go through on a daily basis. Like, a lot of people think it's an easy thing to deal with. Sometimes, yes, because there's good and bad and pros and cons for being a mod. Pro, a lot of people know who you are. You know what I'm saying? You get much love in chats. But on the flip side of that coin, you also get a lot of hate. You know what I'm saying? So it's you have pros and cons for each individual thing. Hey, Crystal. Hey, beautiful. How you doing? How was that snowstorm over there in Greenville? Down here over her near Tupelo, it was terrible. We was snowed in for a whole week. Couldn't go nowhere. Couldn't do nothing. I was about ready to stab my eyeballs out. Man, these back roads, they don't salt them bitches. They don't do nothing. You ain't getting. And my fiance, finally, he's a New Yorker, right? And so from him being in New York, okay, he thought that, oh, I could drive in snow. We have like 5, 6, 7 inches of snow every year. It ain't gonna be a problem. And then he tried to drive over here and found out that it wasn't as easy as he thought it was. I was like, yeah, we don't just have snow, we have ice. And you can't see the ice. Oh man, I Miss Crystal, I thought I was gonna have to see. I just got a brand new house. Our house got put on the property in August, the end of August, and then they had to do all the work and the setup and the blah 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 blah. So we finally got moved in October. You have a good day at work, Crystal, and you can sit in them clouds and bush watch and make sure ain't nobody acting up in the clouds. You know what I'm saying? Punch them if they do. Um, But I thought I was going to fix my water twice. It froze over twice. And thank you, Jesus, I didn't have any bust, any problems with that because I thought I was going to climb under this trailer and work on them pipes. And I'm like, thank you, baby Jesus. I did not have to deal with that. I was like, oh my God. And because it's a new house, I didn't have to worry about, too much damage per se. But I'm pretty sure the pipes that's why I had to turn off the water at my old house. Pretty sure that was probably messed up by now. Um but yeah, in Michigan, oh my God, I don't know how y'all be dealing with it. Shoot. Anybody up near the Canadian border, any up near the Great Lakes, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get some crazy weather during the winter. I don't know how y'all do it. Return to sender. Y'all can have it. Y'all northerners can take back that damn cold snap. We don't want it. And we're supposed to, Crystal, if you listen, supposed to have another ice storm come February. So get ready. There may be a round two. That's what I heard. They already predicting it. I don't want it. Return to sender. Send it back. Y'all can have it. Oh man, I hate when that happens. We had to deal with that because he sold his house up in New York, and it took us like 6 months to sell it, and then we had one person, the very first seller that we got it to, their stuff fell out, so we had to start over again. Got through all the red tape, just about thought it was supposed to be a done deal, and then their loans fell through. So then we had to put it back on market. And the second one went through though, so we got kind of lucky. It didn't take as long as we thought it might have took to sell his house in New York, but we got real lucky. And the house market in New York, speaking of which, is crazy. Okay, you can get like the for the amount that you could sell a house up there for, right? You can get that same house down here for like 250,000, and that house in New York will go for $500,000-600,000, and ain't got no land with it. Got like a half a acre. You know what I'm saying? Like a quarter, like a lot. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn. I was like, shit. They literally, if you have a, just a quarter of an acre or a half an acre and a pretty nice house on it, you could sell that bitch for 750,000 to $1 million. I'm like, oh my god, baby Jesus. Oh man, I hate having to deal with that crap. That similar situation, Crystal G, happened to me because I have a crazy ass ex baby daddy. Um, when my son was 4 years old, he did it because he knew I was going to college at the time, and he was trying to do anything he could to hurt me. But the case got closed the same damn day. But I had to deal with all that damn red tape. You have to go up there. They have to do their invest. It's just a whole. It takes like a week to get it all settled, even if there's nothing founded, because you have to go through all that damn red tape, all that paperwork. They have to do their, due diligence. They have to come out, take pictures, do all that shit. They have to interview you. You know what I'm saying? All this other stuff. He knew that I was in finals, and I almost failed finals because of him. And he was just trying to do it to hurt me, because technically he's always had an open door policy, and he chooses not to see his son because I won't get back with him. And I just want to co-parent. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't worried about it now. 16 years of doing it by myself. Speaking of which, his birthday was just last week. He turned 16 years old. And I was like, oh, my baby growing. And I've done it by myself all these years until I got my man now, who stepped up and stood up to the plate. You know what I mean? And I feel so appreciative for that. And they get along great, which is also another thing. For years, I didn't date because I wanted, to make sure my kid was stable, before I even tried to do anything for myself. Us parents, we always think about our kids or, and others, people's stuff, their grandbabies. You always want to make sure your babies are straight before you are. You know what I'm saying? See, I wished I had that. And the thing was, I was not the vindictive baby mama. I was not the person who, like, was trying to hurt him anyway or keep them apart. I always had an open door policy. He only had 3 rules. Don't come around while drinking or on drugs. Don't lie to him. And if you're going to be there, be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't say you're going to come over on Saturday and don't come over. You know what I'm saying? Which rule 2 and 3 kind of go hand in hand. But he broke all 3 and never listened, never tried to be there. And it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing having to deal with that. If I told you what his child support payment was, you would probably laugh. It's the lowest you can get. And most people, when I tell them, they go, what? It's $30 a week. And at one time, he was making thousands a week as a truck driver and refused to pay it. Yeah. What he's supposed to pay per month wouldn't buy my son, but maybe 2 or 3 pair of pants. Maybe. And that's if I get the cheap ones. You know what I'm saying? If I went and bought an expensive pair, I'd buy maybe 1.5, maybe a pair of pants and a shirt, maybe, or a pair of socks and a shirt, and, a pair of pants. Only reason I did is because at the time, years and years ago, I was forced to. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But he that was, when I was going to college and everything, I got the FOSFA and everything, you know what I'm saying? But I struggle. I'll tell you what, I struggled for these 16 years. I did. But, and you can say this as well as I do, Crystal, the struggle makes you stronger. And your kids know you love them and you do anything for them when you have to go through situations like that. Like they know, you know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that eventually my son is no more. I'm not trying to repair it. Mm-mm. I ain't doing it no more. Yeah, my father stepped up to the plate to basically be the father figure in my son's life all these years until I got with my man now. You know what I'm saying? But for many, many years, he's the one that stepped up and showed my son how to be a real man. And my son didn't really miss out on nothing. Oh, I'm back. Shoot, I guess it was my Wi-Fi, y'all. It is raining and storming over here. I apologize if I get glitchy at any point in time. Because of it. Thank you, Chris, for letting me know. Beautiful. Um, I it's been raining here. You know how it is, Crystal. I don't know if y'all having it, but we're under. It's supposed to rain for the next 2 days, or yesterday and today, and everything. Hey, Miss Lynette. Hey, beautiful girl. I hope you have a good day at work. I had to come on and have a midday conversation with Charlie. I haven't went live in so long that I was like, yeah, I gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? It we're supposed to have flooding rains and possibility. I'm like, my ground right now outside is like mush. I'm like, Lord baby Jesus. As long as it's hot, we don't have no more ice, I'm good. That's what I'm saying, Miss Lynette. As long as it ain't snowing and we ain't got ice no more and it's not in negative temperatures, I'm good. It can rain all you want to, baby. Just no more. No more. I can't deal with it. Return to sender. I can't do it. Mm-mm. I can't do it. Mm-mm. Yeah, see, here the thing. Them flatlands, man, me walking through it, your whole foot slapped through you like all the way to the kneecap. Sorry about that, y'all. My mama popped up here. She didn't know I was on live. She was looking for the both of the dogs are in here. I hope you have a good day, Miss Lynette. But yeah, man. Okay, see, I knew you was in Greenwood or Greenville, and I always mix them two up for some reason. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why I mix them up. Greenwood is where the satellite is. So that's why I should remember exactly because that's where my ex was. He was in the Greenwood satellite. And I stopped one time at a gas station in Greenwood and I said, never again. I went there one time. I ain't never been back. Hey, Intrinsic. Yeah, girl, I got a lot. Well, I just started because, I went to the VS3 class and I did my due diligence. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to start going live and build my channel up. You know what I'm saying? VS gave me the strength to do it. See, I don't know why. I always mix up Greenwood and Greenville. I always do that stuff because they right there. You know what I'm saying? And but I stopped in Greenwood one time at a gas station and I said I ain't never going back. I ain't doing it. Thank you, beautiful intrinsic. Um, I ain't never doing it. I ain't never going. Oh snap! You know what I forgot to do, y'all? I forgot to pin that damn link. Oh snap! I gotta do the thing. Pin message. There we go. I forgot to do that earlier, y'all. If anybody would like to come up, you can. We can have conversations. If you want to just stay in the chat, we can too. But basically, what I had seen on these YouTube streets, um, I know that Rob and Miss Empress Janet had a little thing. You know what I'm saying? She went to Cali and she got her a little, little meet up, little greet up. Hey, Miss Tashiana. Uh, and they got their little freak on, you know what I'm saying? Cause Okay, here's the thing. If you didn't watch, she didn't just come on ODS's panel. She also went on Good Putty, which is Skull Mysterious, which I think Good Putty has changed her channel name now. I'll have to go look at it, but they basically first started showing on Good Putty because she knows that's what I call her on her live at the Good Putty Tabernacle, and they was all tonguing each other down. Miss Paulette was reading them to filth. It was amazing. I stayed up to 2 o'clock in the morning that night listening to Miss Paulette read and them go back and forth, and it was crazy. But that's where it started out. Thank you, Intrinsic Love. And then it went over to ODS because then people was talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And she was talking about it on ODS's live. And then MU and Tracy been going back and forth. And Tracy time out, dropping her oods. Me not say the word. You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Ooh, sweet baby Jesus, this is about to get crazy." And which I will say I'm proud of MU in some way for standing up for herself. Because if anybody knows MU or sees her anywhere on the streets, most times she's a quiet character. She keeps to herself. She don't normally. She lets people drag her. I said MU's too nice. She's too sweet. I'm just saying. Um, by what I see. Now I could be wrong. I don't know her 100%. I know her a little bit. But I say that's gonna be a beef for the century. And then we have the Cam situation. In my opinion, if I could give Cam any advice, it would be to own up to it or ignore it. One of the two, because it will go away. There will be a new storyline by next week. The way that these stories go, everybody knows. 1 minute you're the hot topic, the next minute you're not. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be the hot topic, either capitalize on it or let it go. One of the two, depending on how hot you want it. If you don't mind being roasted and gagged and people going live for live, then capitalize on it for yourself. If not, leave it alone. Just let it go. By next week, there'll be something else. You know what I'm saying? Hey, true meaning. Hey, love. But that's the way it goes in these YouTube streets. If you become the hot topic and it's something you don't want to talk about, ignore it. Do not pay attention to it. Do not give it credence. Let it blow over. Next week, there'll be a whole new story. It's always that way. That's what I say in Intrinsic. Get your clicks, get your views, capitalize on it. When they doxed me, I did a whole live on another dox another day. You know what I'm saying? I told my own self. I, I went into my own things. I was like, I'm going to capitalize off of it. Some people said my name on, I'm not going to say the person's name and give them credence, but on Mother's Live. Talking about I was hating on Mother. I'm like, I've never hated on Mother. Ever. I say to him in every chat, you know what I'm saying? I'm watching every one of his lives. I'm sending love every time. Yeah, girl, I got doxxed twice. Not once, but twice. Hey, Miss Wise Eyes. Hey, beautiful. Girl, they got me not once, but twice. At the time, I wasn't even content creating. It was because one of them was because they thought I blocked them. That's the only thing I could come up with because I had done nothing to said person. And the second time was because I was in Reed's chat being a little messy. I will admit I was being a little messy, but I was saying the truth. I was saying, if you don't, we were talking about trolls in this sector, right? If you don't want to be doxxed and you don't want to have anything happen to you, then just, don't put nothing out there about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because in this sector, it will happen. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're a mod, whether you're a subby, if you put anything about yourself on these streets and somebody don't like you, they will do it. You know what I'm saying? It happens. Hey, Trizzic, at least we can say this thing. Where I got doxxed, at least that means I made it. You know they say in the beef sector you can't be beef sector unless you done been dragged, rag, toe tagged, doxed, threw in the mud, picked back up. Hey West Adams, 5 TV, what's up? Salute, salute. Um, so I guess I made it in the beef sector. 'Cause I done been, everything you could do done been done. Well, except for somebody showing up to the house. I don't think they want to do that in these backwoods. You know what I mean? But there also Voodoo Badu has Can y'all hear me now? I am so sorry about that. Something was happening with StreamYard and it was going crazy, y'all. Hey, Nene, truly blessed. I was right in the middle of a good conversation, too. Can y'all hear me now? I had to redo the StreamYard and everything, y'all. I'm like, Lord, baby Jesus. No, it was me and my fiance just got back. So y'all might hear my dogs bark. I'm sorry about it. No, girl, it was me. It was something StreamYard froze up and everything. I was doing so good. I was halfway in my conversation. And if it didn't freeze up on me, I ain't sitting here. My puppies are barking right now, so I may have to mute up for a second. Sorry. Alright. I think they're gonna be quiet now. My little one likes to bark a lot. I got three. But yeah, I was so upset. I was right in the middle, and I don't forgot where I was at. See, that's the fun thing about ADHD. I was right in the middle of that conversation. But no, yeah, I was reading Miss Wise-Eye's comment, and "You've arrived, darling" is the way I read it in my head. But yeah, if you've been in this sector for any amount of time, you can get docs, you can get red for filth. Like sometimes I get red for filth, and I don't even be doing nothing, just because of being a mod. I was talking about Voodoo. I'm so proud of him for starting his channel. Even if he doesn't stay with it, it's still amazing that he's doing it. You know what I mean? But the link is pinned. If anybody wants to come up, you don't have to. We could just sit here and conversate like we are right now. That's why it's called Conversations with Charlie. And I apologize for my Wi-Fi discrepancy there. I don't know what made it do that. And people in my house being loud right now. Hold on, y'all. I gotta go shut the door. It's the great thing about living with your family. Well, I take care of not only my son, but I also take care of my parents, my elderly parents, because I believe everybody should. You know, if your parents took care of you when you was little, why not take care of them when they can't take care of themselves no more? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's the kind of person I am. I got a big heart. But they being loud as all get out right now. Can y'all hear them at all? Because I need to know this anyway for future live streams. But back to the conversation at hand. I'm so sorry, y'all. Um, then I was sitting there watching the situation go down with you know, people been saying about the beef sector on whether or not it's dead, on whether or not it's going away. In my opinion, that's my humble opinion, the beef sector started going downhill when people stopped beefing and you know got their alliances, and the same beefs were done over and over and over and over to the point of you already knew what was going to happen. You already knew what was going to be said. It was repetitive. You know what I'm saying? Very repetitive. And to me, the beef sector is not necessarily dying, it's just evolving, right? Just like with any growth and any progress, you have to evolve. Well, I see the beef sector evolving right now and turning into something totally different. Um, like we see that the T sector, the black sector, the beef sector, and the Mo3 sector were all coming together as one pretty much, right? Now, whether or not in the future people decide to change the names of these sectors because of a merge, um, I don't think they will, though. I think everybody's going to stay with their chosen sector. Um, I doubt that a name change would also stick. I think everybody's just gonna. I think what's gonna happen is we're all gonna do a commentary on each other, right? Beef sector is gonna do a commentary on Mo 3 sector. Mo 3 sector is gonna do a commentary on beef sector, and whatever the hot topic is of the day, right, or the week, whatever storyline is the hot topic. Sorry about that, y'all. I had to mute a while ago. My dog quite literally kept knocking my door open, and there are people in the kitchen, and they're being loud, and I'm in my room. And I'm gonna set up a computer room eventually to where this won't be an issue at all. But I had to lock my door because dogs kept knocking the door open. Um, so I locked it and whatnot. But um, I think that with the change of the sectors, what they're doing is people are evolving, and the ones who don't evolve are not going to necessarily get the numbers, and they may be okay with that. You know what I'm saying? The ones that don't go forth into other things and discuss it and what the hot topic is, um, they'll still get numbers. They'll still get, people that are loyal to them in their chat. That's still going to be a thing. But in order for you to grow exponentially, this is one thing that VS taught me. You have to be able to network, because if you don't, you're going to get stagnant. Because if you keep talking about the same thing over and over and over, people will get bored, right? And they'll move on to something else. And that's the nature of the beast. It's just like with old school beefs. You know what I'm saying? If you keep hearing the same beef over and over and nothing new's coming out about the beef, it's just repetitive, right? Eventually you will get bored and you really just like, you know, if let's say myself and VS were going at it, which is not going to happen, but let's say that we're hypothetically speaking, and we kept talking about the same thing with each other over and over and over and over again for a year straight, right? Eventually, people would get tired of hearing about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to move on to the next biggest, best thing. So, the way to evolve your channel and yourself, you know what I'm saying, is to go with the flow. What's happening now is just that. The beef sector was getting stagnant, if you think about it, because it was the same beefs. Same thing with the Mo3 sector. It was the same beefs. You know what I'm saying? And now that new blood from each sector has merged and people are, you know, like meeting each other and getting to know each other and whatnot, there's going to be beefs come from that. You know, oh, you said this or you did that. You supposed to be down with me, but you over here in this chat talking to this person knowing this person's been dragging me. You know what I'm saying? So then that's going to create beef. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to cause, you know, people talking about some of the fights that happen in Mo3, talking about people going to jail, you know, things like that. You're going to have a little bit of both. You're going to have the mess, and then you're going to have like people having panels talking about what happened on this person's channel, what happened on that person's channel, kind of like the news you can use. You know what I'm saying? But then you're going to have people sometimes get dragged into beefs, and that's where I believe the beef sector itself will rise. Because beef sector is used to beefing and roasting and gagging to the point of no return. I will say, when I first went over the Mo3 sector, I was like convoluted because I was like, this is a messier version of the beef sector. Like, some of the things they do, the beef sector does not do. Like, beef sector is not going to meet up to actually fight in real life. Of course, we all also live extremely far apart from each other, right? So people ain't going to pay them fees to go fight in real life, right? But a lot of the Mo3 sector people actually live in the same area. So they can meet up. You know what I'm saying? They don't live 20 minutes from each other, 30 minutes, you know? I also, I swear to God, it feels like high school in some ways, and then other times it feels like elementary school. I swear to God. Okay, this is a thing that we used to do when I was in elementary school. When I was up in elementary school, we used to roast each other to the ground. I'm talking about you would talk about somebody's mama, you would talk about somebody's grandmama, they daddy, if they did or didn't have one. You know what I'm saying? And if you found, this is what the beef sector kind of reminds me of. If you find the one thing, the chink in somebody's armor that bothers them, you pick at it. That's the same thing we used to do in elementary school to each other, if you think about it. You'd be on the playground, like, oh, your daddy ain't there for you. I heard he with another woman. You know what I'm saying? He got a whole nother family because he didn't want you. And if you knew that was a target for somebody, you went after that. And then somebody else should go, oh, I heard your mama sell herself on the corner. Like all different kind of things. Or, oh, I heard your daddy, I heard your mama left your daddy for another man. Whatever drama or things that you had heard from the older generation, because small town talks. Everybody knows everybody business, so the kids end up hearing about it. Then you use that against them if you in a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like the worst thing you can think to say about somebody. And sometimes it's accidental. Sometimes you don't know the person and you just accidentally hit that hot button. You know what I'm saying? Like if you hit that hot button just right and you found the thing that bothers them, you just keep picking at it. That's what we did as kids. And in high school, if you think about it, the backstabbing, the talking behind each other's backs kind of situation. It is kind of what YouTube is like sometimes. And not just in the beef sector, the Mo3 sector, the black sector. I've seen this in all sectors of YouTube. I've been in the gaming section. I've been in the beauty community. I've been in the commentary community. I've moved around a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen it in every single community. The reason I love the beef sector more than other communities, I'll tell you why. Because it's fun. It is fun to watch. There's always something to see. Sometimes in those other ones, it just depends on if that's something you enjoy. You know what I'm saying? And I've had people ask me this question because I'm white, right? I've had people question me, why do I like to stay in predominantly black places? And I'm like, because that's where I feel comfortable. That's where I grew up. For me, it's a comfort thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry if that's not the answer that you want, but that's the answer you're going to get because that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? I grew up around roasting and gagging. I grew up around, janking on people. That's what we called it back in the day. I'm telling my age on that one. We grew up, in an era where when I was a kid, that's what you did for fun. Like we did that. And so to see it, happen in real life on YouTube, I'm like, oh, this is good. This is better than any reality TV show. Like I could watch this all day long. And trying to keep up with the storylines of who's beefing who and who's fighting who and who's mad at who and child, no they didn't. There was always that one little kid that go, I'm telling. There was always that. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I like about the beef sector, as James would say, the sector. I love the way he says that. I catch myself saying it all the time. But a part of the conversation is that people have to evolve in order to move forward in thinking. And in order to make this sector turn into something better, we have to be willing to go with the flow. Because if we don't go with the flow, we're going to get stagnant. And then, but I just before I end this and whatnot, my last conversation is the T sector. I saw the stuff going on or the Jaguar right sector, because the T sector might jump my ass if I said that. Don't beat me up, y'all. The situation with Kimmy and Jag was between them. They got into an argument. And they did try, in my opinion, Not, I'm not saying they as in both of them, uh, but to drag VS in the center of it. And it's really sad that Jag, in my opinion, has flipped that coin because VS didn't do anything. She didn't drag Jag, she didn't do anything, but yet now you're dragging her? You know what I'm saying? She got asked to come up on a panel to try to help somebody, and that's what she was doing. And then she gets dragged for no apparent reason. Um, she was just trying to help somebody. It started with that interview, and I'm gonna say it has to do with jealousy, in my opinion. I don't know who's jealous of who, or what's going on with who, and what disrespect has happened between those two, but leave the other people out of it kind of situation, you know? But I think that situation is between them, and I'm gonna stay the hell out of that because that just woo seems like a lot going on. And Charlie ain't jumping in the middle of nothing. I'm gonna stay my little ass on the sidewalk. I'm not getting drug into that. I'm staying on the sidewalk. I'm gonna be doing my fingernails, watching it from the bushes. I do bushwatch a lot of people, and a lot of people do not know how many people I really do bushwatch. It's crazy. And I'll drop down occasionally in certain people's chats and say hey, or if I'm going to sleep or I'm busy, I'll at least share them out, like it up, or at the very least like it if I'm too busy, you know, because I mean that's. I think that people should like a live stream as soon as they walk through the door, even if they don't like the person, because it's like ringing the doorbell. That's what I see Nene too, and it's sad that people do stuff like that. In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Like I get it in some ways, but in others, like when you got somebody that's supposed to be your down person, you shouldn't. You know what I mean? But I also don't know what happened with them behind the scenes. I don't know what happened with them over the long run because I ain't been around these people but for a week or two, 3 weeks, a couple weeks. I forget exactly how long, but it ain't been but a few weeks. So I don't know the ins and outs. I don't know, what's going on with them, but I was just like, well, this is sad. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was all just cool not even 5 seconds ago. What had happened was like, I thought it was fun times and games, and it turned into a shit show. Excuse my French. But I'm like, oh man. But you should never turn on your peoples like that. You got to keep your down people, your good people, your day one people close to your heart. You know what I'm saying? And if, like, let's say you don't like somebody I like, but you ain't in my chat. Hey, Charlotte, you ain't in my chat dragging me, you ain't doing stuff like that to my peoples, right? Then I see you as a unbiased party. And I do believe that some people can do unbiased and some can't. I've seen this with mods also. Certain mods can mod for everybody and never get any of the mess. I'll tell you the one mod I've seen do that, and if anybody knows him, they'll agree with me. Ron P. He has modded for a lot of people, but he's unbiased. He can mod for a lot of people. Somebody like me, on the other hand, I can't do that because the way my loyalty is set up, right? If you talk about my peoples, I can't be your friend no more. Like I just can't. I can't do it because that's disingenuous. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna say something out of pocket. I'm gonna say something that's wrong, and I'm gonna be biased. You know what I'm saying? But there are some people who can do that. You know what I'm saying? And well, see, Nini, I never see you in any. As far as I know, I've never seen you in any of the drama. And I've seen you on a lot of pages, but you just be over there like, ooh, no, they didn't. Ooh, do you see that? You know what I'm saying? Like you the person over there doing your nails in the bushes and in the clouds going, ooh. Like you can give your unbiased opinion on things. You know what I'm saying? It is, sure, you know I ain't lying. You know that sometimes I just be my mouth too reckless. I can't do it. Um and yeah, just no. But there are some people who can do that stuff and they don't feel one way or the other. I can't necessarily do that. Like this situation with Voodoo, right? Voodoo Badu. Um because he was modding for two people who were arguing, he technically got put in it. You know what I'm saying? And it's because, and you got to be careful if you do mod for two people on what you say, or even just laughing at something the other person says can get you dragged into it. That, oh, well, you were laughing at them dragging me. You know what I'm saying? Like that can happen. Like, so you got to be real careful. The only person I've seen be able to do that in a lot of chats without getting drug into it, I think, is Ron P. And he makes his choices, you know what I'm saying, of who he likes to mod for. And there's I think, is it Vibrant? Or there's a few others I've seen be able to do it. I'm trying to think of names right now, but they're not coming to mind. ADHD is so fun. But I've seen a few people be able to do it, but they technically don't say anything in chat most of the time. They just say hey to everybody that's in chat. They post the links. You know what I'm saying? They do the things that a mod does, and they give no commentary. But if you so much as laugh in the chat or say something, and they think you're talking about that, causes a division. That causes a problem. Then you have to explain yourself. Just like I saw the stuff that was going on with Rodney. We're talking about Rodney. When I saw him jumping up on the panels and stuff, I'm like, when you jump up on a panel, you do open yourself up or go live to criticism. Even to give advice, Ronnie, even me being in a chat, I've had people read me on their streams for something I said in chat, which I don't even remember half of it. But anyway, I've had people do that. You know, when I jumped up on the Halloween challenge, that was my very first time coming up on anybody's panel, ever doing anything. I got drugged for filth, baby. And some people loved me, some people hated me, some people jumped on my butt because I was white and all kind of things, right? I got made fun of and everything. It didn't bother me. Like I knew I was, it could happen. Um, so that's one thing. If I could give Rodney any advice is, um, you're going to get talked about. You just have to brush it off, like shake it off. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it get to you. Don't let it bother you. You know, just ignore the best you can. And if people come up disrespect you, talk back to them. Pop your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Say what you got to say and move on. I know, right? I was dancing and everything, but I had my little cute. But a lot of people don't know, which I said it in my other live about the contest, is I did have on two pieces that night. Because if I wore just the one, the whole sides was cut out and the back and everything. Um, so I had put on a top under. It was a bustier basically. It was lingerie underneath it. you know, the basically, and I put the two pieces together. And it looked cute, but I had just moved in the house, and I was like, "What the heck am I gonna do? I don't have anything. Everything's packed up." And I just so happened to have that box like open, and it was right there. I was like, "Oh, look at that!" I'm gonna say this. I'm staying out of the Cam situation. Do I think that was his voice? Yes, sounded like it. Do I know for sure? No. I'm staying the hell out of that situation. Let me explain to you why I'm staying in that situation. I like Kim as a person. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't getting in it because I'm like Bennett, damn it. And I am not, I will say the only thing I think that um Brenda should not have done with that situation, I think she should have talked to him first. But, they say there's no loyalty on YouTube. So I'm just saying. But I'm like Bennett and I ain't in it. I'm staying the hell out of it. I ain't, They ain't dragging me in no mess. I ain't gonna be in no beef and then get ready for filth and then have to be another ghostesses. See, that's what had happened in that was my character on the Halloween challenge. I had done got red for filth and passed away and had a repass and come back to life. But that's what I was. I was the ghost of Charlie. Um, I had been red to filth. Um, I had done been cleaned up so good that I had passed away, and I ain't having that happen to me. No, Jesus, I ain't doing it. Um, but I do believe that that situation, depending, it was like I hadn't heard anything about that situation for 2 or 3 weeks, right? And then all of a sudden it popped up out of nowhere. Does that seem like a play to me? Probably. Because something I had learned it did is that there's a lot of plays that go on YouTube and some of them aren't real. And if they are real, sometimes it's for clicks, views, clout, etc. Hello, is it me? Yeah, because anybody knows if you really calling something, you're not gonna do like he does on YouTube and go, hello, hello. You know what I'm saying? How he does the hello when he first gets on the panel. Yeah, I don't know nothing. I didn't see nothing, and I ain't snitching on nobody. I wouldn't throw nobody. That's what I was trying to. I was trying to say that in Cam's chat the other day, and I think I typed it out wrong. But basically, if that was me, and I had info on, let's say, my beautiful Char down here, right? I'm using you as an example, beautiful, and I knew it was going to stir up the pot for her. You get what I'm saying? Even if it meant people were spreading rumors about me, I'm not gonna do it because that's the way my loyalty lies. I'm not gonna throw her under the bus to save myself, if that makes sense. Especially when I don't need saving, when it's not even that bad. It's just people rumoring stuff. Let them rumor, but don't throw your friend under the bus. You know what I'm saying? If they supposedly your friend. Now, if you're not friends and you never were friends, then do what you got to do for your YouTube clicks and views, your clout. But if you actually ever consider yourself somebody's friend or something like that, no, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. Believe what you want about me. You know what I'm saying? Believe what you want. I'm going to let you keep believing it, and I'm going to keep living my life and going on about my business. But I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. Because to me, that shows disloyalty. And I ain't going to do it. They're going to believe what they want to anyway, right, Char? Right. Yep, they're going to believe what they want to anyway, so let them keep talking. But I ain't going to throw my friend under the bus for no YouTube clout or fame for 5 seconds, because within the next week, it'll be over with. And guess what? You just lost a real one over something so simple. You know what I'm saying? And let people believe what they want to believe. Oh yeah, that's another one, Char. You know the rumor that's going around that VS is telling him to do everything. I'm like, she ain't telling him to do shit. I'm like, hello? He a grown ass man. He do what the fuck he want to do. Uh-uh. Don't be throwing her like, oh my god, Char. A person that, let me just say this. They used to be a part of our clique, and you can guess who I'm talking about. Just recently, a few months ago, the person was thrown out, right? Let's say that without saying any names, if you get what I mean. Read between the lines. Um, has been in every chat where they talk and mess on her. Every single chat. I'm like, that shows obsession, baby. I done told you, if we fall out, I'm gonna come back on a troll account and watch her still occasionally when there's some good shit go down. But I'm gonna walk the hell away because guess what? I got other shit I can do. I ain't stuck in one place. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I see with a lot of these ex members that be crazy as shit, be stalking and shit. It's like they ain't got nothing else to hold on to in their life. They ain't got nothing else to do. Shoot, I'll go over there to Twitch and start playing with my gamer friends. You know what I'm saying? Like I got, like, bruh, you know what I mean? Like, come on now, you ain't got a life. Shit, I gotta go later and clean, and I'm like, oh, damn, I gotta do. I've had to deep clean after this damn snowstorm because I always do that every few weeks anyway. I deep clean my house. I don't know if y'all do that, but I do that because I got OCD. Um, but the stalkers, man, I'm like, can't you go watch something else? Like, do you have to do that? Also, I think they do it for attention. You're right about that, Shar. I'm not giving them no. I ain't giving nobody that energy. I'm too lazy for all that. No, bro. I'm gonna go do something else. I'll go play my video games. I'll go watch the. I'll go watch the news first. Shoot. I don't even like watching the news, but I'll go watch it first. I think it's because they want attention. You get what I'm saying? Because people who don't necessarily care about the attention and they don't care about stuff like that, they just like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm gonna go do this. You know what I'm saying? I got a man in real life. I ain't got time for all that. I be having to suck his soul out occasionally, but that's a whole nother story. That's a live for another day. That's the dirty live. That'd be the dirty. I will call that one the dirty D live. No, because I don't like dirty D's. They gotta be clean. Wash that shit. Um, soap and water. Soap and water. I'm stupid, y'all. I'm gonna make you laugh though. You got to wash it. Wash it real good. Okay, I don't know why that just went through my damn girl. My man just came home a while ago. He went and got stuff. I gotta go eat in a little bit. Um, but he got me some pizza from the favorite place that I like to go. Um, and it's gonna be delicious. And but I got too much to do half the time to be worrying about somebody else and what they doing. If you holla at me, holla at me. If you don't, you don't. I'm cool either way. You know what I'm saying? I'm just chill as fuck. I'm crazy too, but that's beside the point. I'm the good crazy. I'm the kind of crazy that will have your back no matter what and will stab a hoe in the name of Jesus. And pray for them at the same time. But I ain't gonna do no crazy stalker shit. I ain't doing that. I ain't got time for that. It's too much. But I want y'all all to have a blessed day. And if y'all hear anything else on these streets, tag me on the community wall so I don't miss it. Um, and let me know what's up. Like, I'm gonna be peeping. I'm gonna see what's going on. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. I've been on an hour. I am gonna start going live more. Probably later in the nighttime or in the afternoons because that's usually when I'm free. During the day, I'm always busy cleaning, taking care of somebody, cooking, all that good little stuff. I just got today off. That's why I went midday live. You know what I'm saying? Because he bought pizza and I didn't have to do nothing. So I got blessed. To do that. But I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here. Y'all have a blessed day. If you see anything on these streets, let me know. Tag me on your community post. Something. Send a smoke signal, baby. And y'all have a good day. All right, much love and deuces.
No disrespect, baby, but you ain't shit. Yeah, I know I'm petty, bitch, but I do not care, bitch. Yeah, I know I'm petty, bitch, but I do not care, bitch. I cannot stand your ass. You get no love over here, ho. I cannot stand your ass. You get no love over here, ho. I know I'm petty, bitch, but I do not care. Big look, I hope your light bulb is blue, now you in the dark. I hope you wake up in the morning and your car don't start. I hope you feel embarrassed. Hope you get the bubble guts in your ass, got a shit while you stuck in traffic. Hope you got dirty dishes. Hope your weed itch and you gotta pat your damn head every couple minutes. I hope your nail break. I hope your stomach cramp hard and your period stay on a couple extra days. I hope your feet hard. I hope you grocery shop and you forget the pin number to your EBT card. I hope you mad, ho. Next time you get your hair dead, I pray your bang cricket in your track show. I hope you need mercy. I hope your phone go dead in the middle of your